I struggled with binge eating for years and I tried to quit many times, but I always felt that the more I tried to quit, the more powerless I felt. What I didn't know is that it's the small habits that make the biggest difference when it comes to binge eating. So today I'm going to give you 3 small habits that are going to help you to quit binge eating way faster and way easier. My name is Blessing, a former binge eater and now a binge eating coach. My videos are not made to qualify for therapy, it's me talking from experience. So let's go on to habit number 1. So if you ever ate something, you feel moderately full, you feel like you are fairly full, but then after a few minutes or even a few seconds, you start to feel stuffed, like your stomach is stuffed with food, as if you have eaten too much, even though you know that you didn't eat too much. Why does that happen? Well, I'm going to explain why that happens and what to do about it using a whiteboard. If you are new here, we draw on a whiteboard every single day. So I'm going to take you back to grade 1. Wait, let me do this. Right, do you remember this diagram right here? I don't know how to draw, so please forgive me. This basically, this is you, right? This is your digestive system diagram. And then up here we have this. So whenever you eat food, right, your food, like, just pretend this is you. Please don't judge me for my drawing abilities. So this is you, right? When you eat something, food enters your stomach and it goes down, 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 and it reaches your stomach or your gut and it stays here. But then the stomach sends the signal back to your brain right here, and it sends a signal called leptin, which is a fullness hormone, which signals to your brain that it's okay, you can stop eating now. So whenever you eat, this is what's always happening. But there is a big problem that we need to be aware of, which is that there is a delay between you eating here and your brain sending. There's a delay between food reaching your stomach and the signal being sent to your brain. So if you eat too fast, the stomach can send a signal to your brain, but before it reaches your brain, you have already eaten like 5 times, you've already chewed and swallowed 5 times. So by the time the signal reaches your brain, you've already eaten too much. And that is why you need to eat slower, which is habit number 1. You need to eat slow. But just telling you to eat slow is like telling an overthinker to just stop overthinking. It does not work. You need to do something better than that. Because I tried to eat slow many times and it doesn't really work like that. Because it doesn't work. So instead, what I have found is just instead of focusing on eating slow, just focus on chewing 30 times. Because when you chew 30 times, you, as a byproduct, you end up just eating slower. Now, you might be thinking that Blessing, chewing 30 times is weird, it takes too much. But do you remember when you were a child and your parents told you to brush your teeth for 2 minutes? At first you are like, what? 2 minutes is too long, it's too long. But the more you do it, the more you realize that 2 minutes is a pretty normal time to brush your teeth for. Same thing here, chewing 30 times is pretty normal. The more you do it, the more you realize that it's pretty normal. Just give it a try and then just tell me how it goes in the comment section. Now let's go on to habit number 2, which is very crucial, because even if you chew 30 times and you miss this next step, you're going to end up having stomach pains. And I don't know about you, but I hate stomach pains. So let's talk about how to avoid stomach pains. So if you ever seen those people who order something and while they are on their way to go down and to eat, they start eating. So they are eating while they are on their way to sit down and eat. And that is one of the weirdest things that I have seen. Do not do that. It's so weird. But it's not only is it socially weird, but it's actually scientifically weird. So let me explain to you how this works. So your brain and your body, they're like a supercomputer, and they can do anything, but they can only do one thing at a time. And so when you are walking while you are eating, your brain is forced to prioritize only one of those two things. Unfortunately, if you are walking and you fall down, you could die. So your brain prioritizes walking, and this leads to something called indigestion, where you digest the food wrongly and you end up having stomach pains. You can go and scientifically confirm this if you want. It's true. So the solution is to never eat while it's walking. Always sit down and eat. It's always worth the time and the effort. Now, the only caveat to this is if you are at a funeral or at a crowded place, or if you're eating a fruit, then you can eat while it's walking. But don't eat big meals or even small meals while it's walking. It's very dangerous. But it gets a little bit deeper and a little bit scary. And this next habit is going to show you why I say that. So think of your body like a driver who is trying to focus on driving a car, but then in the background there's a noisy child who is just screaming for attention. Well, in that situation, the driver cannot do both things, otherwise there will be deadly consequences. So treat your body like that and allow your body to only focus on doing one thing, which is why you should not do anything while you are eating. Don't watch movies, don't watch music, don't watch videos, even videos like mine. Don't watch my videos. You might be thinking, but other people do it, why not me? Well, now it gets a little bit painful because I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. I got to his house and he was eating food while he was watching a movie. And I was like, wait, you shouldn't do that, because if you do that, then you can't focus on eating and you are going to overeat. And he was like, no bro, relax. I know my body, and when I feel full, I'll just stop. My first instinct was to try to convince him that no, you are wrong. But then I realized something crucial. For him, it's completely okay because he has full control of his body. But for people like you and me who struggle with binge eating, or we have struggled with binge eating, it's not okay because we don't have full control of our body and our minds. So we need to put all the focus that we have on just eating if we want to stand a chance at stopping binge eating. That is why I say don't do anything while it's eating. Now, even if you do nothing while it's eating, but you don't learn how to stop eating when you're full, then you are still going to binge it. So my friend, watch this video right here where I'll teach you exactly how to stop eating when you're full, and that video is free. I'll see you there.